its risks. However, we are so lucky that we didn't lose any lives in that fire, and that was really down to the community. They took responsibility for getting out there and making sure that everyone that they could reach was warned and gathered together and evacuated from that area. It was so fortunate that we did not lose any lives, and I salute the community for its community spirit and its effective action in preventing those casualties. I also want to thank the Minister for Home Affairs, Mr Dutton, and also the Minister Angus Taylor, who was, as part of his portfolio, who both responded to me on that day on the phone, and Minister Taylor came down to Tathra. We talked with the state officials and got the declaration happening that afternoon on the Monday to make sure that we got the support flowing quickly. I'm also grateful for the visits by both the Prime Minister and the Leader of the Opposition. We needed to send the message that the country was with them, and of course their visits helped to encourage donations into the Mayor's Relief Fund. And I want to thank everybody, and I know members here have been donating, but it is important to keep that rolling, and that Mayor's Relief Fund is open on a phone number that can be called, which is 0264992345. So please keep those donations rolling. I'm also grateful for cooperation I've had from Chris Taylor, the Regional Manager for Telstra. One of the issues that we'll obviously drill down more into was the communications aspect of this disaster. But obviously the power was lost to the tower that did exist there, and also the tower was badly damaged. So thank you to the Regional Manager for Telstra, who quickly got in what they call the cows, the cells on wheels, as the community was starting to move back in and get up and running again. And now we look forward, and I've been in touch with Minister Mackenzie's office in relation to the Black Spot program, which actually was scheduled to have a new mobile tower which would have improved coverage in Tathra for next year, but we would like to see that project brought forward, as that community really needs that right now. And also, because of the high dependency of this community on the tourism industry, would like to encourage people to very quickly move back to their tourism plans, because the essential infrastructure is there, the tourism accommodation is still there. It is the most beautiful beach on the Australian coastline, with this wonderful community there also to welcome you. So please keep your tourism plans together. You'll be welcomed with open arms. Obviously, the RFS were magnificent. They were just so courageous. And in particular, the community has asked me to highlight the incredible courage of the helicopter pilots, who were flying in the most horrendous conditions on that day, the gusting winds, 100 kilometres an hour, the smoke, the flames and the terrain, and they were just magnificent. We lost, yes, 69 homes and 39 were badly damaged, but we saved 380 homes and that vital community infrastructure of the school, the historic Tathra Wharf, which my great-great-great-grandfather built, which is an essential tourism icon there, and the pub, which has just been refurbished, and the cafe and many other places. So, all that the community can rebuild its lives around was saved thanks to the heroism of our RFS, the helicopter pilots, SES, all getting in there. I want to really thank the Red Cross and Anglicare, who got into the evacuation centre and really looked after people immediately. Volunteers like Ian Campbell, who just took it on themselves to help run that evacuation centre. Really a fantastic community effort as people responded with clothing and other goods and cooking that just really helped prop up a hurting community. We now need to follow through on that, of course, and find out some of the issues that are around this, like the preliminary finding that it was fallen power lines or power line issues that caused this fire. There is an issue about that we need to resolve and ask the questions of about the maintenance of these power lines. We know that was an issue in the Blue Mountains fire in 2013, again in the Victorian fires in 2009, and there were significant class actions that arose from both those incidents, and that is certainly something that I will be exploring with our community, that class action relief that may be open to them. So we'll be holding a review conference to cover that. I'm meeting with the insurers as well to make sure that there is a rapid response to this crisis, and it seems we are getting that. So thank you to all who have reached out to my community. They are most